everybody, my name is Melissa and welcome to Introvert Reads. If you're new here, I am a booktuber. I do talk about books, I read and do reviews and stuff like that, but I also love anime and I love video games. And today I'm going to be talking about a video game that I really enjoy. So without further ado, let's dive right in. The video game that I'm going to be telling you guys about is Dragon Age Inquisition. And I'm going to give you guys a heads up, well, not necessarily a heads up, but this is going to be a spoiler-free review and for me telling you guys about what all happens. And this game is rated M for mature. It is rated M mature for a reason. There is some adult scenes in this video game, so please don't play this around your kids or, just keep it quiet, basically. It is rated M for a reason. So let's dive right into the plot. So the story opens up and you are in this dark area where it's green and misty. You don't know exactly where you're at because even I didn't know what the heck was going on. And you see this glowy light figure and she's beckoning you come follow me. So you go follow her and there's these creatures coming up behind you. They're these monsters. And so you follow her and you go through this gate split in the air. So if you were to just split the air, there's a different world on the other side basically, and you go through it. And then you stumble out of that and you collapse. And then the next thing you know, when you're waking up, you're handcuffed and you're being interrogated. What a way to start the game, right? So you get to meet two characters in the game. Liliana, who is a character in all the Dragon Age games, I believe. She has been in the past games before. However, I have never played any of the Dragon Age games prior to playing this game. So I think that she's in all of them because I googled. So she's in here. And then you got Cassandra, who's basically the interrogator of the group. And she's very, I wouldn't want to say rude, but she's really rough and, she's sturdy, she's a soldier. She kind of has to be. So she's interrogating you and saying why were you here? What was going on? Yada, yada, yada. She just starts asking you questions and being really mean about it. So with this game, it being a role-playing game, you get to make decisions and you get to choose how you want to talk to the people. You get to choose what you want to say, and so you could be very quiet about it. You could be really aggressive. You could be confused or sad or anything. And however you're going to say it is going to affect the other people, which I really like about that of this game. It was right. I liked it. So then she leads you out of this jail holding cell, and you see this green glowy thing in the sky. So they're calling this thing the breach. And this breach is making all these monsters come out of the woodwork, killing, everything in its path. And there's all these little breaches in the world. And your hand is glowing green. You got the mark, which with this mark, you can close the breach. And so Cassandra is just well, how did you get it? And you're just I don't know. I don't know how it happened. And you will figure that out later on in the game. So with this mark, it does hurt you a little bit, but for the time being, it's okay on you. So you get to meet these characters, further on down the road, not very much, literally down the road, you get to meet more characters. One of them's name is Solus. He is an elf mage, and he is very knowledgeable about the breach-ish, stuff like that. So he, told you, the mark is the way to save this world, and you have to, use it for the good, And you get to meet Varric, who is a dwarf archer, and a very sarcastic, funny person. I love this character so much. And so the three of you, well, actually the four of you, so Varric, Solus, Cassandra, and yourself have to go and stop the breach. So In the game, you can choose, like, right in the beginning, so as soon as you wake up, in that dark, misty world, you get to customize your character right then and there. Boy, girl, what kind of race do you want to be? What kind of fighting style do you want? You want to do archery? Are you a two-handed weapon? One-handed? And you get to choose everything. And the races are human, dwarf, elf, and Quinari. Quinari, I hope I don't get this wrong, but Quinari is like a beast human kind of way. You'd get to meet a Quinari, which I'll put the photo up here. His name is Iron Bull. And he's just like, you know, like a human-like, but, you know, there's horns coming out of his head, so that's not exactly human. And so you get to be like one of his race as well. So that's like very interesting. And the creative mods, well, not necessarily mods, the customizations is not all that great. But, you know, if you get it like on the PC and you get the like different mods on it, then it's gonna be so much better. But since I played this on the PlayStation, it's not that great. But the story just like overtakes that like a million points. So in this game, you know, for it to be like a role-playing game, yes, there's gonna be some decisions that you're gonna make that's going to affect the story. So let's say, like, I don't know, like if you were to do this like certain quest, then it's gonna open up a different quest, and, you know, it might affect, you know, the story a little bit, like, oh, more danger comes or something like that. It's very specific on that play style. So if you guys like the decision making, definitely give this game a shot, because I enjoy those games. I like to see the different outcomes and stuff like that, which is why I have replayed it so many times. Now, I am a good person. I do not have an evil bone in my body. So when I'm trying to be a bad person in a game, it like really, really hurts me because I don't like to do that. So I have been playing a good person. Another thing that I do like about this game is the companionships and the relationships that you can have in this game. Yes, you heard right. If you want to date, you can date in this game. So with the companions, you know, and you choosing like, you know, who you want to date, there's going to be some certain requirements. So say you go after Solus, the elf mage that I told you guys about, you have to be an elf and you have to be a female. He doesn't want anything else. Colin, which was the first guy that I went after, which I still love him to this day because he's adorable. He only wants human, elf, I was gonna say health, that's not even a word, elf, and you have to be a female. Dorian, who's a mage, which you can recruit if you want or not, he only dates human men. So you'll have to create certain characters if you want to go after certain characters. So like I have made like a guy character to go after this female, and I've made, you know, a character for Dorian, you know, for him to go after as well. Because there's like side stories with these characters, and I like hearing the history, and it seems like, you know, like maybe when you put a little bit of romance into it, you get to hear their side of the stories and stuff like that, which I really enjoy that aspect of this game. There is so much that you need to go through, and the stories and the quests that you have to endure is just great. So that's why I keep replaying it. So I might get a question, I have no idea, but this is kind of like what I would think too, is do I need to play the other Dragon Age games before I play this game? I say no, because I have not played any Dragon Age games prior to this game, as I stated before. And there was some things that, you know, you saw in the game that you're just like, huh, was that like in the previous game or something like that? And there is a little bit of history with it too, so you might have to Google a little bit, but I think the game like does explain it a little bit as well, so you're not totally confused and you have no idea what the heck is going on. So yeah, I do feel like you don't have to play it, you know. And while we're talking about the previous games, let's talk about the DLC. So you have to get the DLC Trespasser. And again, whatever you do in Dragon Age Inquisition is gonna to affect the DLC. And there's a new Dragon Age game coming out, which they haven't really spoke about, so I'm kind of worried, and then I'm kind of not worried, because you know what, the guys that made Red Dead Redemption 2 kept putting it off like 3 times, so you're just like, it's gonna come out this year. Oh no, it's gonna come out next year, and maybe a little bit more than that. And it is still a phenomenal game. I love Red Dead Redemption. I like my horse time with my horse and just ride on there. That's not the point of this video. We're not talking about horse, and we're not talking about Red Dead. So, excuse me for that little moment. So, yeah, so a new game is coming out. They haven't said anything much about it, but so whatever you do in these games is going to affect that game too. And I love that. So you do have to play the DLC Trespasser before you dive into that game. And there you have it. I am so excited that if you guys are watching this video, that maybe you've played this game before and you want to see the enthusiasm of me, or maybe you don't want to see the enthusiasm, I don't know. But I love this video game so much. If you guys haven't played this game, it is on the PlayStation and the Xbox, and I think it's on the computer as well, because they've made mods for it, and I was sad that I couldn't get the mod because I was on the console. I can't do computers because it really hurts my hands, so I do the console playing games. So, if you guys like the content that I am doing, if you guys want to see new, like, other video game videos or anime videos, books are coming here soon. If you guys like what I do, please like, leave a comment, and please subscribe to me. And this content will be coming out here soon. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!